We talk recruiting and transfer portal live every Tuesday with Leanne Herring, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's on our new recruiting channel right here at the Voice of College Football. Marty Leap, of course, here from Rivals on the Penn State side to break down the Nittany Lions. And I got to say, Marty, when I break into Phil Steele's preseason publication, I am expecting what you told me before we started to record to be featured prominently, because I don't know that I've heard this, where everybody's back from a 3 deep along the offensive line except for one guy.
Yeah, you look at Penn State's offensive line. Left tackle Drew Shelton is back. Left guard Vegaone is back. Your center Nick Dawkins is back. Your right tackle Anthony Donka, who might be your best overall lineman, will be back. And then you have Nolan Rucci, who played a ton when Donka got hurt last year. He'll be back. You have, like I said, the only player in the 3 deep from last year who moved on to the NFL was Sal Wormley. So you bring back just all kinds of depth. And I'm trying to think what those 4 I mentioned, Nolan Rucci and JB Nelson. So I know you're bringing back at least 6 guys with starting experience. Of Cooper Cousin, who was a 5-star recruit who played a ton as a true freshman last year that they're uber high on, will step in at right guard. And to add to that, you brought in TJ Shanahan, who is a freshman in the SEC, played in 12 games on Texas A&M's offensive line as a transfer. So you returned everybody in your 3 deep except for one guy, but you replaced him with a guy who played in 12 games in the SEC last year. So, no schmuck himself. So yeah, this offensive line, you have to give a big tip of the cap to Phil Trautwein. I think he is quietly, maybe not quietly, because Alabama tried to poach him last offseason. NFL teams tried this offseason. He's become one of the absolute best offensive line coaches in football. Everybody saw we did Olufashinu. Caden Wallace quietly had a strong rookie year with the New England Patriots this year. And now this offensive line that you're setting on now, you're going to have a lot of guys who are in that room are going to go on to have long, successful NFL careers. Trautwein has earned every penny that he has gotten from Penn State. And I can tell you with some of the programs, NFL teams have come sniffing, he's making a good penny at Penn State. But yeah, tip of the cap to him. He's done a tremendous job with that room. It should be an absolute strength for this team next year. And honestly, I think that's a big reason why you go into the year thinking, you've got a shot to not just win the Big Ten, but maybe win the whole thing, because it starts in the trenches, right? Look at that Michigan team 2 years ago. A big reason why they won the national championship was they just bullied everybody with their offensive line, and Penn State's offensive line should be in a similar spot this fall. So, yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this where, especially a program the caliber of Penn State with the expectations of Penn State, brings back that much depth, talent, and experience across their front offensive line. But, man, it should be as someone who's always appreciated good offensive line play as a former high school offensive lineman, I just love watching offensive line just comes out and punches people in the mouth. And, I think Penn State fans in general are that way when you just kind of look at the history of this program and some of the offensive linemen who have come through here. But, yeah, it should be a lot of fun to watch that group in the fall.